Minority Leader Chuck Schumer of the Democrat Party has said that Democrats, not Russia, are to blame for Hillary Clinton's loss to President Trump. So he is in a very rare moment of brutal honesty. Now, this is not to say that there was no collusion between Russia and Trump, because I think that there's some evidence to, at this point, say that there was collusion. However, I don't think that that is the reason for her loss. But here's what The Hill says. They say, Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer says that Democrats, not Russia, are to blame for Hillary Clinton's loss to President Trump. Quote, when you lose to somebody who has 40% popularity, you don't blame other things. James Comey, Russia, you blame yourself, Schumer said in an interview Saturday with the Washington Post. This is monumentally, extremely true, because Hillary Clinton, the only person who had a worse approval rating than Hillary Clinton was Donald Trump. And somehow, he still managed to win. So what you blame instead of outside forces for losing to the most disliked candidate potentially in history, you don't blame other things, but you blame yourself, because you are the only reason why you lost. They go on, they say, so what did we do wrong? People didn't know what we stood for, just that we were against Trump and still believe that. So now, right now, he's channeling his inner Bernie Sanders. He's starting to sound like Bernie Sanders here, and he is, he's trying to, I think, gain back some of the support and some of the energy from the progressive crowd in the Democrat Party. They continue, last year, much of the Democrat strategy hinged on criticism of Trump in hopes that the many controversies swirling around the GOP presidential candidate would damage down-ballot Republicans, a plan which largely failed. In May, Clinton blamed former FBI Director Comey and Wikileaks for her election loss. Yeah, that's not a very good scapegoat for your loss. The truth being that what you did was essentially is alienate like half the party who were Sanders supporters, who won 42% of the vote, and I believe it's 23 states, and you essentially alienated all of them by not putting a hand out to them, instead slapping it by the constant messages and talk saying, hey, for every Sanders supporter we lose, we're going to pick up 2 moderate Republicans. How did that go? It didn't go so well, did it? And on top of alienating half of the party, you also failed to be an efficient election candidate. You didn't even campaign in Wisconsin. When Barack Obama won twice, one thing you have to say, whether or not you believe he's somewhat deceptive, or you believe that he is just a pushover, whatever the fuck, you don't agree with him. What you have to say is that he definitely worked really hard campaigning, and that is partially why he won. So you have to be a good campaigner. You have to have the right messages. You have to have more than platitudes. And I know I and many others are starting to sound like a broken record, but this is just the unfortunate truth that the establishment Dems have to bear. What's up, guys? It's Saul Hill here. You guys are watching The Progressive Voice. Make sure you guys click subscribe down below. We're fighting Donald Trump tooth and nail, and we need your help.